All right, guys, today we have a total showdown. On one side, we have Pompliano, ultra bullish long term, completely indifferent to the recent panic. On the other side, there's Crypto Kid, one of the most bearish analysts right now, convinced this pump is just a trap before the final dump. Two completely opposite views. But let's see who's reading the market better. Let's start with Pompliano. For him, the problem isn't the price, it's the sentiment. He says it's even worse than during the FTX days. Not because Bitcoin is doing poorly, but because everyone was expecting $150,000, $200,000, and instead we got a sharp drop. Crust expectations hurt more than the price itself. But Pompliano doesn't even look at volatility. He divides the world into two categories: the gaming table, where you trade, use leverage, and lose because it's an environment dominated by professionals, and the long term lounge, the long term waiting room, where you accumulate calmly without stress, without checking the chart every hour. He has three reasons. First, investors shouldn't let themselves get wrecked by short term volatility. Second, the fundamentals remain bullish: institutional adoption, protection from inflation, and interest from giants like Larry Fink. Third, the whales started buying heavily as soon as Bitcoin hit $59,000. For them, that price was too cheap not to get in. In short, Pompliano isn't bullish on the short term. He's bullish for the next 10 years. Now let's move on to Crypto Kid, who is basically his complete opposite. For him, the current pump is a technical trap, a fake bounce. His basis is the death cross on the daily chart. The 50-day has dropped below the 200-day, and historically, this signal anticipates a downward trend. The bounce we're seeing, according to him, is just Bitcoin going back to retest the 200 EMA, which he sees in the $68,000 to $70,000 range. And that's exactly where he's preparing to short heavily. He's not accumulating, he's not waiting, he's selling. His target is crystal clear: a return to the $60,000 to $70,000 range as a final capitulation. And this is where the real conflict arises. Pompliano talks in terms of decades. He's looking at adoption, the whales, monetary policy. Crypto Kid talks in terms of days. He's looking at the death cross, the 200 EMA, and entry points for shorten. The re's aren't compatible. It's not the same game. It's not the same time frame. It's not the same analysis. For Pompliano, this is a point of accumulation. For Crypto Kid, this is a point of distribution. It can't both be right. One of them is correctly reading the market we're in right now. The other is reading a market that either no longer exists or hasn't arrived yet. I'm not saying who's right. I'm analyzing the logic behind each view. The choice is yours. See you in the next video.